Hey everyone, welcome back to Inland Empire Coach Sports Talk. So today we have a special treat. Today we're going to actually talk to the Director of Softball Operations from Cal Baptist University. So I want to invite Amy Ramirez to join us. Amy, how's it going?
It's going great. Thank you for having me.
Not a problem. So a lot of people know the coaches, they know the ADs that we've talked to. Talk to us a little bit about what a Director of Operations does for any given sport versus a sports information director, equipment manager, et cetera. What is the support team for the coaches at the Division I level?
Well, I think we're extremely fortunate to have a director of operations position. It's something that's relatively new to our university. And I think the job itself is different for each sport. For softball, I know I'm pretty much used as like an extra extension of the coaching staff without the ability to actually coach. So I'm there to assist them with prepping things for practice, or whether it's charting for games or charting for even some of their practices. I deal with all of the travel to kind of just get the team ready so that the coaches don't have that weight on them, or just the additional paperwork that I know I used to do as a coach. It gives them the opportunity to just go in, focus on either recruiting and then getting straight out there to the field to get the athletes ready to play.
Now, you talk about being a former coach. I know at UCR, Don Parnell for baseball was a head coach for the better part of 3 decades. You were also an assistant coach at Cal Baptist, correct?
Yes, I was for 7 years.
And you're also the number 2 pitcher by record at Cal Baptist.
Yes, back in my playing years. I played there for 2 seasons. I transferred in from Dominguez Hills, which is a Division II school. And yeah, I went in and played for the 2 years. Was grateful and lucky to play 2 healthy years there, and then got into coaching shortly after, about 3 years after I graduated.
And you've seen the difference between obviously playing in Division II, playing in NAIA, now working in Division II as well as in Division I. What are the main differences you see between the NAIA, Division II, Division I levels for softball?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely remember pitching at the Division II level first, entering in as a freshman, and um, you know, I remember just being in awe of how large the girls were. They're just so much taller, so much stronger than I remember my sister maybe playing at the NAIA level, because she played at Cal Baptist a year prior to me going to college. So when I ended up transferring to CBU, I didn't really know what to expect personally on whether or not it was going to be too much different pitching to these athletes or pitching to these girls at the NAIA level. But I noticed that, I mean, there really wasn't much difference. I would say the size of the athlete and a little bit more of the knowledge. And I think you could hit a good NAIA team here or there. And I would say they were some of the best competition I've ever played in. And then you would have a lot that maybe just weren't as well coached, or just didn't have as much opportunity to play, or due to weather or whatnot. So I think, yeah, for sure, just all around better competition at the Division II level. And then now seeing the Division I competition with our current team it's definitely a huge step up. I think it's you're facing way better teams, pitching's better, hitting's better. So yeah, I mean, there are differences. There's huge differences. But yeah, I mean, just watching the team, I think they're doing a great job stepping to the plate and getting that kind of exposure that they're needing for in these first couple of years.
Now, obviously, CBU has been synonymous with championship quality. We talked to Gary Adcock a little bit earlier today, as well as for softball. They've had a lot of success throughout the last 20 years. What culture do you see being instilled that creates that success at Cal Baptist?
Yeah, I mean, it started before me and through my years and has extended, still there now. I don't think much of the culture has changed. So, it's the mentality that you're going there, you're going to put in the work, you're going to grind it out, and just really be coached well. And as long as you're a coachable athlete, you're really going to grow into probably the best player that you can possibly be. So I think it's long, it works for most of the athletes that come in that we bring in. And yeah, it's a mindset. It's a mindset of work ethic, accountability, really learning how to work well with your team. And just having, yeah, that positive mindset that the coaches give you. And once you adapt to that, and you grow and you kind of learn from your upperclassmen, you really kind of just grow into being, a really good softball player, which in turn turns into like good camaraderie and good teamwork. And then that just puts out a good team.
Now, obviously, CBU has grown exponentially over the last 20 years comparatively to when I saw them back in '04. And this year, you guys have gotten huge opportunities to be put on national stages, playing against SEC teams, going out of country. Can you talk a little bit about the resources that CBU is giving you guys, as well as the opportunities that the girls are getting right now?
Yeah, tremendously. I mean, we were lucky to get the opportunity to go to nationals each year, and that's because we earned our way to go. And I think, the team has just put in good work. I think the university just supports athletics so much that we see that firsthand. I mean, the fact that they are, we can kind of sit there with the hopes in, going to these certain places to play, and the faculty and staff at CBU, the president, everyone just supports it so much. Our athletic director really puts forth a strong will to go out and get our name out there and get CBU's name, out there across playing the best competition that we can. To just give good exposure to the school, to the athletes, and to give, just the athletes the best opportunities, I think.
Now, can you speak to a few of obviously your season got cut very short this year.
Yeah.
We're obviously doing social distancing right now. But what were two of the tournaments or two of the non-conference weekends that you guys got to do early this season?
Oh yeah, we got the ability to go play into Mexico. We went to their tournament that they have out there, which was very well put on Triple Crown tournament that they hosted in Mexico. And, it was something that we fundraised for, but also, the university supplied us with a lot of good resources to be able to go to that. So in combination with both, I mean, the girls just had a great time. We did really well when we were there. Be an SEC school, and then got to go to that SEC school again and play in their tournament, which was in Mississippi, and we went to Ole Miss. And we was able to play in that championship game there as well. So just really good opportunities for these girls these first 4 weekends of our season this year.
So speaking of the girls, and obviously you came from more of a Central California where there isn't as much travelable density as there is down here in Southern California. Mm-hmm. What recommendations would you make for a young girl that's either a senior this year that's hoping to get recruited, or a sophomore, junior looking to make the next step to get identified by a Division I, Division II NAIA program during this time of lockdown?
Yeah, it's really rough, and I just keep pushing. Teams are still looking for players. I think that just knowing that the opportunities are still out there, and just the best way for people to know about you is to send out your videos, write those colleges, make a video at home if that's all you can do. Show your skills to these coaches so that way you can get seen. Maybe looking at your ability and looking at where you want to go, making sure those equal up. Not saying that it'd be great for everyone to be able to go to a Pac-10 big five school, but be realistic with your abilities and just get your name out there, get your videos out there, show these schools that you're interested in them, and it gives us that ability to see how interested you are. So that's kind of, yeah.
And what resources do you as a university offer your student athletes versus, per se, when you went to Cal Baptist?
Yeah, there's big differences, which I'm grateful for that these girls have now. Even as a coach, I was happy that they got a lot of the resources that maybe I didn't get, coming straight from, study hall abilities, the great centers that they have now, to, the workout centers that we get. And the athletic performance center is just to die for. Me, as I always enjoyed working out, and we had this really, really small gym when I went, and it's grown ever so much, and now it's this. I can't even think of the square footage of our building now, but it's huge. You could fit at least 3 teams in there now. So yeah, that in itself has really given these athletes the opportunity to really exceed at this level. So it's great.
So, what would be the one word of wisdom that you would give to a high school parent, athlete right now as they're sitting at home, basically trying to figure out the next step?
I would say just motivation. Like, you got to have the motivation right now to put your trust. To me, I put my trust in God. Put your trust in God, but be motivated to do the work, whether that is continuing, getting stronger as an athlete, or a parent being that motivated for your child to get them to just stay interested in this time. It's a very scary time, and it's a very unknown. And I know that, like you said, there's so many people that are trying to get recruited right now. It's not going to help to be at home just sitting down. So be motivated to go out there and work on your skill, or go to the park if you can, and sharpen those up there, or, be really into your schoolwork. Make sure you're being diligent about, completing school well, because all of those things will factor in, not just into college athletics, into being recruited, but, your future, definitely, and further on.
Well, we appreciate it, Amy. Thank you for being with us. Again, this is Inland Empire Sports Talk, brought to you by BSN Sports. Have a good day and God bless.